Ho ho ho! Special edition, special series, special period, Christmas. So I'm trying to have some of the energy, some of the flamboyance of the season reach this note on the others made for this occasion. And we'll see, maybe it works. So this is part of a series. I'm inaugurating some series with this Christmas. I've been in the process of having multiple notes for subjects, books I liked or just intrigued me, like Dracula, for instance. I have a Dracula series, and Dracula is not one of my favorite books, but still it followed me around for so long with my job and all. The How of Happiness by the fabulous Sonja Lyubomirsky is such a sensational work that it will need, first of all, it will need you to find it and read it. But then I'm just talking about it, trying to apply a rule of happiness which is not from this book, but it's out there and makes sense. When you are aware you're happy, you become happier. So increase your awareness and be aware. I'm trying to find another word, but I only have this one now. Be aware that you're happy, and then your happiness increases. You are set for a positive spiral. On this series, I think this is note number 3, and I mentioned the gratitude rule and the gratitude exercises, which are paramount for Sonja Lyubomirsky and almost any positive psychology book or author that I met with in my mind, so to say, not in real life. By the way, I never met a positive psychologist actually, even if I do know some psychologists. I met them at the pool at the Radisson, and they're between 5 and 10. I would say amazingly, shockingly, none of them, well, just one said, a couple, there were 2 sort of psychologists together, 2 women. They said they not only know, but they work somehow with positive psychology, but they were sort of negative. Which can happen. I'm not the most positive person you would know. And that's coming back to Sonja Lyubomirsky and her research. That's because there's that pie you find on the cover of the book, actually one of the editions of the book. There's a pie, and there's half the pie predetermined. Your genes would give you a predilection. Some people tend to be negative, and that's the right side of the brain, which is connected with more with negativity, and others obviously would be more positive. The left side of the brain tends to process the positive events and positivity, positive feelings and all that. Then in the pie we have about 10% affected by our surroundings. So it's not my fault that I live in this gated community with arrogant, pretentious, sort of wealthy people who pretend to be even wealthier than they really are. It's an attempt at a joke. It's only 40% you can work with, but that's a lot that you can affect by applying, for instance, some of the 12 rules, some of the 12 rules of happiness as established by Sonja Lyubomirsky. But you will need to take the test. There's a test which would indicate what's your predilection, where in 3 out of the 12 domains you would be more at ease. For instance, you may not be so inclined to forgive, but you can work better with the physical exercise, which is one of the last two, last but not least, important rules of happiness. Speaking of forgiving, I was again flabbergasted by the example given by Sonja Lyubomirsky, wherein a couple had their child killed while visiting South Africa. They were from the US, and the mother, both parents went to meet one of the killers, and the mother ended up working with this young man, and in a gesture of absolute saintly forgiveness, she helped him become a better man, so to say.